Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. It's 60 degrees outside as we wait for that warm weather of 88, Odie.
It's coming, whether you're ready for it or not. Whether you're sitting in a classroom, been outside in the sun all day, and you go into a classroom, find out the air conditioner don't work.
I went to school with Odie yesterday, and I had to leave.
But we called and said, hey, I need some help. And he said, I'm on the way.
Actually, I heard a fire truck, and I had to run. You know, people joke about it, but I guess I really did chase a fire truck yesterday, didn't I?
Well, you were right behind the Meridian Fire Department.
Yeah, they left, so I went behind them. I thought, well, it looks like a good place to go.
Did you run a red light?
Nope, I stopped. They didn't. They just went around everybody. It wasn't fair.
They was bigger than you, wasn't
Yes, they were a lot bigger than me. You know, this morning I stumbled upon, and I don't know if you remember, let's go back down memory lane, stretch your head. As I often go through it, I play different songs, and this one just accidentally rolled up, and I looked up and I thought, he's a hippie. And it was just, he was a hippie. There's no other word. You remember the song Looking Glass?
Yeah.
I said, Brandy, you're a fine girl. Well, they're getting ready to sing, and the guy that introduces them, I'm sitting there staring at him. He's a big old boy, and he's got all this hair and earrings, and I'm going, Kenny Rogers, what are you doing? And he was back when he was in the first edition, and he introduced Looking Glass, and I'm here to tell you, it's long before Lucille, because he looked like, well, he's a hippie. Yeah, I ain't gonna say it. He's a hippie. I'll leave it at that.
He's a hippie.
Hippie type. As I had one of those Charlie Daniels songs in my head that I was going to describe someone, and we'll just leave him as a hippie. But he'd look way different than the Kenny Rogers that we all remember with the smile that wouldn't go away.
Well, you met, excuse me, Lord. You met Shane Stubbs again yesterday.
Yes.
Of course, yesterday he had short hair. Last time you saw him, he had a hippie.
Yeah, he was a hippie. I got all over him about that. I said, man, what are you trying to do there?
But this is his third time to grow his hair out for Locks of Love.
He gives it to kids that need hair. And it is a good thing.
Shaves his head and does it all over again. Great. He's one of the best additions to the dive team. Everybody we've got on there, we have got the best group of people. I'm trying to get Scotty Ray. I said, we're good. Come on, be part of the dive team.
Odie, I can't swim.
You don't need to. You carry your own backpack.
I drowned as a kid. They
had
to revive me mouth to mouth and pump the water. I ain't getting back in there. I'm just telling you.
Angie told me that story about you drowned in that ankle deep water. It was in the backyard.
She needs to be hushed, too, and keep our family secrets to ourselves. As we look at the forecast, here's what we got. All the way through the weekend. Now, we're watching this closely here, this 40% chance of rain. A lot of activities are going to happen in Meridian over the weekend as we get toward Saturday. Of course, we'll be out at Collinsville Day, and we'll also have Bud and Bowling. It's easy to get the Bud mixed up with the buzz, but it's Bud and Bowling.
I still think we need to take a place of the frogs. I think we could do a better job.
Oh, wasn't that just the coolest thing?
No, it was the lizards, wasn't it?
No, it was the frogs.
That's right, Bud. Why? Yeah.
The good old days.
Yeah.
And before that, wasn't it the dog? The Spot. What was that dog's name that used to be the Spuds McKenzie?
Sure was.
I'd almost forgotten about him.
Yeah.
That was before the Taco Bell dog that I don't remember his name. Yeah. Taco Bell. What was it? Let me turn the camera. What was his name?
I don't know. I just know what he said.
I remember him well, but Spuds McKenzie, and then wasn't there another big thing that Budweiser done back then?
Yeah, the horses. Remember?
Yeah.
But there was another campaign that was as big as the frogs, wasn't it?
And didn't they have lizards?
The real American Genius thing?
Yeah, real men of genius. Whoever come up with that was just, I mean,
They had some good ones too.
Mr.
Hair bun wearing fella. Real man of genius.
I enjoyed that. It was made for real men. The commercials were. They were, and you know, I guess today they offend somebody. Everybody gets offended by it. But sometimes you got to take a stand and just, well, do what you got to do. It sells product.
Yeah.
It really does. Because the people that you're offending usually aren't buying your product.
Kind of like Vern.
Yeah, well,
Hey, Vern.
Hey, Vern. Scotty Ray and Odie, we are so glad that you chose us to be a part of this. As we begin this now, in just a few moments, we're going to replay the newscast yesterday from the police department of the press conference of what the chief had to say. We're going to do all of that. That's coming up in a few moments. As we look at this, you remember the guy that plays Rip? You brought it up the other day that he was in Fast. What was that?
Yeah,
show?
Fast and the Furious.
He said
which one?
He actually says he doesn't quite get it why women get the love the bad boy image.
I don't know.
You're not on that. You with me?
Well, I mean,
You with
I
me over
don't.
there?
I'm kind of with him. I don't know why they always go after the bad.
Well,
Well, we
it's-
don't have but one in here that could kind of explain that for us.
Odie, how many women have you seen chasing a guy that has the pencil pocket thing? It just doesn't happen. They like the man that stands up and saves the day. That's what it's
Well,
about.
You saw what the fell on the Revenge of the Nerds. He had to wear a mask to get his woman.
Revenge of the Nerds. What were they? Pocket protectors. That's the
Pocket
word.
protector. Yeah. They didn't want to get that pencil mark on their shirt.
Is that really still a thing, or did they finally quit making that?
No, I think there's some people still wear the pocket protector, but I think they wear a jacket over the pocket.
And tote that thing around their neck.
That's the man purse.
That's what it is. They're not real. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I do see one occasionally through our town. It's not real popular, but occasionally somebody has one of those. They used to call it, if you couldn't carry everything in your hand, go get yourself a briefcase. It's got a handle on it and all.
Then it went into a fanny pack.
I ain't never wore one, and I ain't about to.
And now it's a man purse.
Do you have a fanny pack?
No, I
It's a
don't.
satchel.
This is satchel.
Satchel? Is that
You
what
have
it's
to say it
called?
with a lisp. It's-
What is it? Does it look like a purse, or is it? It does.
But it's a satchel.
How do you carry it around your neck, or do you have a handle on it?
Dan doesn't know.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, you wear it like a purse.
You just know what it's called.
Things change, and I'd just rather lose my papers in the wind.
Yeah.
I am not going to have one of
I
these.
got a wallet.
Yes, sir. If you can't put it under your arm, invite a friend to tote stuff along with you down the road.
Or a backpack.
Or
a backpack.
That works pretty good there.
You know, but
For those instances where you can't handle it all, a backpack goes on your back.
and I've
Neatest
got a
thing.
backpack.
I got 3 in the
Computer and all
truck.
my stuff goes in. If I need to go to a meeting or something, I throw my backpack on. But it's not.
We
a
have
purse.
we have just solved the world's problems. Buy a backpack. There you go.
If we'll go back to men and women, that'd be a step forward.
There you go. We can fix anything there. We want to remind you also, beginning today, Waste Pro will start their residential pickup. It began just a few moments ago, an hour ago at 6 a.m., Monday through Friday, due to the summer heat. So that means if you've been sleeping till 7:30, 8 o'clock dragging your garbage out,
You're late.
you may not get your garbage picked up this week.
It'll be there until the next time the truck runs.
That's right. And it's a week later. We're going to have to start a protest. Bring back the green garbage boxes where you can take your own stuff off. I really like that better. That's me, though.
I got a long enough driveway. I've had to haul my garbage anywhere I go.
You know that you just hook it to the ball on your truck and you pull it behind it. The
Yeah, I
garbage
did that one day and it come off the ball.
can. Mine don't ever do that. What happened? You
Well,
go too
I have
fast?
a bumpy road.
You go 45 miles an hour. You don't do that, Odie.
Well, darn, that's not any fun. Now, my new house, I won't have to do that.
It's got a little concrete driveway, huh?
Yep, and it ain't that long.
Odie's moving up in the world, y'all.
Oh, we are moving on up.
Coming up, again, we're going to have the Jimmy Rogers Foundation with us this morning. Talk about the upcoming events that are going to be going on with the festival this year. It's big. Plus, we're going to get into what everybody's talking about, what the where our city is right now with the crime that has happened, and we want to replay you again. We're going to do that next. If you missed it for any reason yesterday, we're going to cut it just to the clip where the chief talks and what she has to say about what happened in Meridian. That's next. Scotty Ray and Odie.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts. And America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. And welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie on a early Tuesday morning. And again, Meridian has gone through something that no city should have to go through. We understand there's crime in every city and every place, but when it really hits home like this, as we found out, last Thursday, that we'd lost an elderly couple. A couple had been married for 76 years. We're not hurting anyone. They were in their own home and were brutally murdered right here, right off of North Hill Street. It's shocking still as I think back on this, that this could happen here. It was grisly. It was awful. Before me yesterday stood the man that is accused of it. And I say accused until you are formally charged in a court of law and found guilty. You have to be worded as accused, and that's where it is. Let me show you the picture of the man. Now, I am still waiting from the Meridian Police Department. We're supposed to be getting a new updated mugshot. We were not allowed in the courtroom yesterday to bring a camera of any sort. They actually pat you down and made sure that you didn't sneak one in. So no one had cameras or recording device or anything. So I can only describe to you, Odie, as I was sitting there, this man comes in. As he stood 4 or 5 feet in front of me, he constantly jerked like this. I would say that is due to using products in life. If I were a guessing man, can I prove that? I absolutely cannot. He had a tattoo behind his left ear that went down through here. I couldn't tell exactly what it said, but it was words that went down past his ear. He had a bandage on his right elbow. I don't know what that was about. He did ask, when they asked him one thing, he asked for his cell phone. And I think you can make one call to the attorney, and a court-appointed attorney was there. He didn't say a whole lot. He was shackled. Feet, also had a chain wrapped around his waist to his hands with a padlock on it. In my opinion, it should have been tighter. It's a grisly thing that has happened. But as I watch this man, it's just, how could someone have done that? Let me show you the picture. This is where he was booked in originally for another crime into Kemper County, to the jail there. Here's the picture there. This is what the man looks like. Maurice Christie. He's 29 years old. He is accused, again, of taking a 97-year-old man's life and a female's 94-year-old life. He was originally booked, as they were called, to a bathroom on 24th Avenue to Walgreens. He had locked himself in the bathroom, was throwing a fit. As they arrested him for that, he was taken in and at some point confessed to what he had done on the other. I'm told that there might have been some blood on his shoe that connected and put the two together. There's a lot of details that we don't have on this yet. They're going to hopefully slowly come out. Again, we're awaiting more information from the Meridian Police Department. But I want to replay this. This is the chief yesterday as we were there live, and she gave her speech of what she knew. It's a couple of minutes. It won't take long, but I think we all need to listen back to this of what she has to say. Again, this is our hometown. We need to be well aware of what's happening, and we're going to hit play here so that you can hear this.
Thank you all for coming this morning. On April the 25th of 2024 this year, patrol was dispatched out to the 4800 block of 36th Avenue for a possible home invasion with deceased inside of the residence, Mr. Miles Harrington and his wife, Miss Ina Harrington. That leads us up to today's press conference, where on yesterday, April the 29th, 2024, our investigators did make an arrest of a suspect by the name of Maurice Christie, 28 years old, from San Antonio, Texas. Mr. Christie has been charged, well, has not been charged, but will be having his initial hearing today at noon for the death of Mr. Miles Harrington and Mrs. Ina Harrington. Our investigators have worked tirelessly, long hours, trying to solve this case. And we're happy to report that we do have the suspect in custody. And like I said, he will have his hearing today. We would like to thank our Meridian Police Department Patrol Unit. We would like to thank our Criminal Investigation Division, as well as our Violent Crime Unit and Gang Unit for assistance with working this case. As I said, they worked very long hours. We would also like to thank the FBI for their assistance with this. We would like to thank the community, most of all, for your input and your assistance with helping us with this case. No matter how small it was to you, it was big to us. Without all of those people involved, we would not have been here today to make this announcement to you. So thank you to everyone. Also to the Harrington family, as I said before, we send our sincere condolences and sympathy to the families, and we're keeping you in our prayers. Our investigators worked very hard on this case, as well as worked hard on all other violent crime cases that they have received, and they will continue on doing what is necessary to keep this community safe.
First question, what is the connection to the family? How did he know the family? I think this is, everybody's asked this in town. Did he know the family? What was he doing in the neighborhood? What can you tell us with that connection?
What I can tell you is that he did not have any connection with the family. I cannot disclose why he was in the neighborhood, but he did not have any connection with the Harrington family.
Did this person recently just get out of jail? Had he had prior crimes and just get out? Do we know anything about that? Is this a career criminal, I guess is what I'm asking.
I don't have any information on any of that right now that I can disclose to the community or to you right now.
Oh, boy, boy.
That is a sad, sad time having to deal with what's taking place in our community.
That was straight from the Meridian Police Department yesterday. And yes, all of this needs to be discussed. I truly believe that we need to have a community get together to where there's a sit down in between police, elected officials, and the community. What do they call those, town hall meetings? I think one of those needs to be discussed, of how we're deterring crime in the future. This should, if you're watching us, it doesn't matter whether you're married, there's 2, 3 people in your home, keep your doors locked now. We do not have the southern way of doing things as we always have, is leaving your screen porch open. People will come in. We have people that move here that come in. This man was not here in town for very long at all. Does he have a criminal past? I believe so. And I asked that to see if we could get an answer out of that. And from the police department, it would just be, you can type in a name and a number and pull up a record sheet. We all know that. That should be available to the citizens to go over. Are there certain things that cannot be said because of personal rights? Yes. But overall, it is out there. Was this person, we really need to look at this, is what I'm getting at. A person who was in town for a very short time finding a particular house that looked plain, ordinary. Why did this person choose that home? I'd like to know that. It was not some extravagant house you'd go by and you go, wow, those folks got a lot of money. Let me go in there. It was not a home that you would, what I would say, case to break into, because it's just a FHA-looking home, normal. Why did he choose that? There's a lot of answers we don't have for this. And for goodness sakes, let's do not forget this family. They are going through, we can't even imagine. I don't ever want to imagine their thoughts, what's going through their minds right now, the fear, the pain, the anger. And you know, all of that is swirling in them. Prayer, they need that. We need to support them in any way we can, every last one of them. Is there more to this story? There could be. We hope to find out more of this. But she did answer that, and I asked that several times because I have heard over and over and over there is a possibility of more people involved, and she said no, as we heard that. So we'll see what becomes of this. Why was he in the neighborhood? I don't know. She didn't answer that. And maybe the police don't know that. Maybe they can't release that information. And I understand that there are certain things until it's all said and done that you can't release. We totally understand that. But lots more to go on this as we begin. And we'll await more information as the official booking charges. He is going now to face the grand jury, is what his decision was to do yesterday. So he will face the grand jury to see if there's enough evidence to charge him. That's what's coming. Will it go to court? I would say it most likely will, if I were a guessing man there. So bless it.
And the men and women that's working these cases in the police department, they need our prayers too. And they're working as hard as they can, and we need to keep them in our thoughts of why they go through pursuing these cases. And
that's pretty tough too.
And it's tough. But we have some great men and women that are police officers in our city, and they all need our support.
It was brought up now what he will face. The charge is going to be capital murder, which is either the death sentence or life in prison. That is what that charge holds. We will see if that sticks once it reaches the courtroom. Again, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law in the United States. Those are the charges, and that is what that crime stands. We'll watch this closer there. We'll be right back as we get underway. Again, 60 right now as we wait for warmer weather there on this early. This is Wednesday, isn't it?
This is May. Do y'all hear me? May 1st. We tell it we're getting closer to Christmas.
Yes, it is. I want to remind you of this. If you're in Newton County this morning and you're going to be traveling right here, let's look at this. Well, there's road work going on today. Here's the button here. If you're going to be between Highway 494 and Interstate 20, right through there, they're working on the shoulders of the road this week. And again, you can sometimes come around. It's not real curvy, but one or two in there. But sometimes a hill that you can sneak up on. We want everybody safe there, Newton County, as you do that. We'll be right back. Scotty Ray and Odie.
Bring on the amazing colors of spring. Al's Garden and Gift, voted the best garden and gift shop, specializes in beautiful bedding and vegetable plants, shrubs, fruit trees, hanging baskets, succulents, roses, and ferns. Freshen up flower beds with mulches, soils, sod, and pine straw. Also sprouting up unique gifts, candles, pottery, gourmet sauces, spices, and food items. Come try a cool and delicious treat by Ice Cream Factory 2. It's the perfect time to spend in the yard. Bloom with happiness. Visit Al's Garden and Gift today.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie, and something that's going on and been going on in Meridian for quite some time is the Jimmy Rogers Festival. What is the dates of this year's festival? Let me turn this camera around on y'all. Hey. When does the Jimmy Rogers Festival start?
It is the 12th through the 19th of May. So
Not
it's a
that- that's 2
week-long
weeks.
festival. It sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when do we, what kicks off the festival? What's the first thing that's going to happen?
The first thing is going to be the Suckernachi Review.
Jackie Jack.
Dan,
Oh,
you gotta
yeah.
come in here with me. Okay. It's the Suckernachi Review. That's right, Jackie Jack. Oh, I can see Dan now.
There he is.
I was getting worried I couldn't see Dan. Because I have Dan Confay on Scotty Ray. I'm so excited. I was so excited I couldn't sleep last night, Scotty Ray.
Get a lot of folks saying good morning to you. And it is so glad to see you. What happens after Jackie Jack?
Okay, that's going to be awesome. Can I tell you just real quick?
Yeah.
There is a young autistic boy he's played with Dan before. He's played with me, and he is going to kick off the Suckernachi Review, and he has the purest voice you've ever heard. Tickets are only $10. You need to come hear him. His name is Aiden Mackay Williamson, and he's got a TikTok that's had almost 1 million views.
If I'm not mistaken, he's played at Full Moon on 5th.
He did with
played
Dan.
one time.
That's right.
And was absolutely awesome.
He will blow you away. He's blind. And when he was born, his hands were contracted like this. He couldn't hold a fork, I think they told me, until he was 5. And the desire to play music is what healed him. He's got such a story.
That's
Well,
wonderful.
He's wonderful. I want to bring him here one day.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, thank you. So Tuesday is dance, baby. Oh, I skipped Monday. Oh my gosh. Monday night. Monday night is what made me fall in love with Jimmy Rogers. I can't believe I skipped it. I grew up on rock and roll. My lullabies were Santana and Black Magic Woman, and I grew up on blues and rock and roll.
Let me just be honest with you. I don't know nobody you just talked about.
I'm with you.
You're with me? All right,
I'm with
good.
Yeah.
Santana. Oh, Carlos. Okay, anyway. So I grew up listening to that, and my mother tells me not to say this, but I think it's okay to be honest. I thought I did not like country music.
Yeah.
But I'm a singer, and I wanted to compete in the competition. And I decided if I was going to do that, I'd do every night and just get the whole experience. And I completely fell in love with Jimmy Rogers. He's America's first superstar. And the woman who wrote songs for him, in a male-dominated industry, still today, 13% of songwriters are women. She's from right here in Meridian, Mississippi, too. One of her family members just commented good morning. So I just fell in love. And Britt Gully was up there playing Jimmy Rogers songs, and I was like, this is blues. This is what I love. I didn't even know. So you come to History Night and learn about Meridian's history, learn how Meridian is the fountainhead of America's music. There was nothing like Jimmy Rogers' music before Jimmy
as
Rogers.
you said, he was a superstar.
Yes,
He was. There was patriotic music, there was sacred music, there was classical, but there were no songs that people could relate to.
Well, the thing that everybody's got to remember, we were in a depression.
Yes.
Money was hard. And they would take the few pennies that they had and go buy records from this guy.
Right.
Made him very rich.
Millions
he was
of records.
Famous beyond. And it started right here. Very first person, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Country
Yes.
Music Hall of Fame. The list
That's
goes on and
right.
on what he's done.
It does. It does. I will not go on and on because it's a huge festival. That night is free.
Yeah.
So come,
There's
please.
live
bring
music too. Paul Birchfield's performing.
Yes, Paul Birch is a musician's musician. He could headline the festival, but he's Monday night. So come out to that. It's going to be wonderful. He's written a book that's going to be really good for Meridian called Meridian Rising. So let's build up. come out, support that. Tuesday night, we have Jimmy's Jam, and that's Dan's baby. So we want people to go on jimmyrogers.com and sign up for that. Musicians, please, if you can sing. We don't want Gangnam Style or anything like that. I mean, I guess if that's what you want, we're not going to say no to much. And we have a really special host for that, too. Steve Wilkerson is going to be our host.
That's my buddy, yeah.
Oh, he's amazing. Yeah. He's so good. And Dan's band is going to play as the house band. So
Dan, what's the name of your band?
DC and the Queen City All-Stars.
DC and the Queen City All-Stars. That'll be good there. See?
Right here in the Queen City?
That's right. It's going to be fantastic. Wednesday night is the talent competition. The historical talent competition, and we are actually going to extend that. So you're going to be able to go on... maybe not. Do you play Scotty Ray? You can go on WOKK.com.
Look, they told me in church when I was a little boy to hush and talk.
Hey, I'll play if you sing.
I can't.
All right. Okay,
I can't play neither. So.
I will help you upload your video to 97OKK.com.
We'll work on it. We got a studio.
Oh, trust me.
Perfect.
Trust me on this. They would not upload my video to nothing over
There's
there.
no telling how many views you'd get. Okay, so we'll have
True.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, it'll be great for clicks. So we'll have the talent competition Wednesday night before live judges on the stage of the Max. And I have to say the Max is so good to Jimmy Rogers. Thank you to the Max. They're wonderful. Buy your mother a Max membership for Mother's Day. They are good to us, and we are grateful. After that, Royal Horses is a band from Hattiesburg. And they're awesome. I listen to them all the time. Leslie said, so I got Royal Horses for Wednesday night. And I was like, yes. And she said, oh, good. Because they are wonderful. And then Thursday night is going to be in Philadelphia at the Ellis. So Leslie Lee says, when Marty Stewart says, here, use my theater, you say, yes, sir, thank you.
Yeah.
And Ben Haggard, who is Merle Haggard's son, is going to come headline that. And all of these tickets are extremely affordable. Aren't they all $35? Right. Except for this Look or Not Your Review, which is only $10.
Good pricing.
Yeah.
You cannot beat that. You will never see festival prices like that anywhere else. Thank you to our sponsors for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, y'all going to do a song for us in a minute, aren't you?
Yes, we
We
are.
are.
And y'all
We
stand
are.
by for that. We'll get some more information from
All
the
right.
Jimmy Rogers Foundation. This is going to be fun here. She'll sing for
man.
us. And we're going to go down history lane in a moment. We'll test them as well.
Test us in.
Oh, boy.
Yes, some days it is, isn't it? We'll be right back.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. Last night, we had a phone call here that someone had been struck by a car. Ooh. As we get out there, they were on a bicycle. It ended up not being that big of an injury, but Odie, this is where it all happened. Here's where the Honda shop dealer is sitting right here. This should be just west of there. Here's 5th Street. And again, the person that did it drove off. Now, again, they were okay, but that's not right. That's not smart to do things like that as we look at what's going on there.
That's
Now,
That's terrible.
As we go to Newton County, we need a little prayers there for Newton County. We had a fire last night, Odie, that completely destroyed a home, and at least 2 cars were burned. As we go here, this is going to be, let me hit the right button here. This is going to be over on Tom Hughes Road. Here's Lawrence Hazel Road over in the Lawrence community. Home fully engulfed as volunteer firemen arrived on the scene. So keep that family in mind if you live in that community. We would be glad to post what sizes of, if people are donating things to help them get back on their feet, let us know. We'll be glad to share that information because it's awful. You know that.
Well, yesterday morning, right at the start of the show, I had a phone call and I had to get up and go take it real quick.
I noticed you disappeared.
And come back and we asked for prayers. We had an incident over on Mount Carmel Road, a logging accident. We didn't say anything. We just kind of said right now we need some prayers. And that took the life of Bobby Barrett, a long-time logger in this community, been logging forever, and had an incident in the woods. His funeral will be tomorrow at 11 o'clock at Robert Barham. But he was a good person. He was a long-lost cousin that I never really got to know. But
that's right, y'all got the same last name.
Yeah, so that was something Daddy held a grudge against all the Barretts because he got thrown in the Masonic home as an orphan. And it took me 40 years to get to realize that I'm kin to all these Barretts. And, Mr. Billy and Bobby and all of them, and talking to them over the last couple of years. But great, great people, and just prayers go out to that entire family.
Yeah, y'all think I can remember being at the unveiling where they renamed Toom Suba at the volunteer fire. He was there, and he and I talked for probably 45 minutes. What a great man!
Yes, he is.
Y'all have so much to remember him by, and. You have to put a smile on even during tragedy and remember the good times. And I know that's tough sometimes to see, but he's a good man, and y'all never forget that. Yep. As we move along this morning and we go back, this is one of those guys that, like Jimmy Stewart, whenever you heard his voice, you go, I know who that is. Matter of fact, if I remember right, there was 2 or 3 of them that roomed together when they were starting out as young actors. Anybody remember this cowboy guy, Glenn Ford? I always liked him, played in them cowboy movies.
I remember the face, never had a name to go with it.
You're kidding, Odie.
And if I did, I don't remember.
You got to spend more Saturday afternoons with the Western Channel.
Well, I used to watch it an awful lot.
Tom Selleck there. I like watching those. Let's see what else we got today. 1926 it would begin. Wow. Alabama would sing about it later on. You work a 40-hour week for a living, just to bring it on down the line. As we go back for 1926, it would be after the uproar that went on with the Pinkerton men that, well, things like this would come about. The 40-hour week began at Ford Motor Company. Things would change, and if you go back and watch the men who built America, you'll learn a lot about what I just said there.
The assembly line, all that came from Henry Ford.
He was a genius when it come to this.
Yes, he was.
His son Edsel just didn't work out so well. They had a conflict there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Then the Edsel car bombed. It didn't work out either.
Yeah.
As we go back to 1934, this guy would be born. I don't want to have to marry you. Boy, that's been said a lot. But I can remember watching the every now and then on Saturdays, you get those little specials out of Nashville. Jim Ed Brown and Helen Cornelius. Y'all remember Jim Ed? He was born on this day back in 1934, and I can see in Odie's face he has no clue.
Ain't got a clue.
The Browns, the church, the Three Bells. I'm getting nowhere with
when you're talking about
this is country music, y'all. Come on.
When you've mentioned the Browns and the church, Medea's the only thing that comes to my mind.
Man, I am a dinosaur here.
Well,
it is all going to die with me.
I wasn't going to say anything out loud.
This was a big movie, and I hope to goodness each one of y'all remembers. It's 1941 when it came out, But it's still talked about. Don't look at me. Y'all look at this over there. She gave me that look like, whoa. 1941, it was huge. Orson Welles was behind this. Anybody remember the movie Citizen Kane?
Citizen Kane.
Well, we got a little problem there at the top there.
There's a Simpsons reference to that when the aliens came to town.
It sure was.
Bob said he's got your back.
Somebody help me here. Oh, Jimmy Ed. Now, I didn't say he was pretty or some GQ guy. I just said that he was with the Browns there. I'm going to force Odie to listen to that in a little bit. 1945, this girl would grow up to marry a legend, Chris Christopherson, later in life. Anybody know who I'm talking about?
Yes, finally, I knew somebody.
Who is it before I hit this button?
Oh no, I thought I know who Chris Christopherson.
Oh, okay, you know that. Man, she had a musical career that I can't name any of her songs because, well, it wasn't country. But bless her heart, she was married to a legend at one time. She married Chris. Rita Coolidge was born on this day back in 1945. She was on the sidelines doing the Muppet filming. Oh, Chris was. I mean, if you make it to the Muppet Show, you're big time.
Well, yeah, you were. You made it.
He made it to the Muppets. Another great day in history is we go back to remember a moment in Fall Guy history, the great TV show. Although it isn't her birthday, we have to bring her up since she was part of the show. Heather Thomas was on there. But old boy that was born in 49, do you remember him, Douglas Barr? He played the sidekick on the Fall Guy. And yet, two faces across from me that look like, what are you talking about? Look, look at this.
Now, the Fall Guy was the bomb.
Wah, 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 wah.
You didn't watch Lee Majors? Have y'all seen the truck? Let me show you the truck again. This truck, you see that? Y'all don't?
No, got nothing.
Odie, what, man, do you know?
He was a stunt man.
Yeah. I might
Lee
fall
Majors.
from a tall building. I might jump something.
Yeah, I'm the same with you. I don't know all the words.
But it was great.
Yeah.
And Heather Thomas was on
She
there.
did good.
Yes. What a great actress. As we relive that moment one more time.
One more time.
There you go. The Fall Guy. But boy, we got to pass reruns around a little bit more. 1954. I can remember sitting at a red light, and you could hear this coming. All the windows down in cars. 8th Street was booming. Sonic was booming. And this was big. Anybody remember a guy named Ray Parker Jr.?
Yeah. Nobody had air conditioners.
Yeah. Ghostbusters. He's the guy that sang that.
Yeah.
She's got something. Yeah.
The
but
original.
that was such a fun song. Everybody, and I'm not lying, all up down 8th Street you would hear it for blocks. Meridian Police Department was really busy back in those days of catching people from one red light to the next.
Yeah, that's it. If you needed somewhere to be, don't go down 8th Street.
That's right. It was from one red light to the next. It was, well, days gone by. 1966, the last episode of this TV show would air. Anybody remember My Favorite Martian?
Mr. Smith.
It came to an end today.
His old antenna would break.
Been a long time. 1967, it would finally be built in Nashville. It would house all of the great things that there are that deal with the past of country music. It began today. John Anderson was there. He began work on it, working on the roof, if I remember right. As we remember, the Country Music Hall of Fame opened to the public today. If you've never been, check that out. That is something else to see. Now, let's all be honest. Marty Stewart's got more in his garage than they've got in the whole place.
Yeah.
1967, over in Louisiana, he didn't know who his daddy was. He would find out one day he was what you'd call maybe an illegitimate son. But one day, Tug McGraw would go, "Oh, yeah, you are my son," as Tim McGraw was born on this day back in 1967. Believe it or not. Maybe you haven't heard Buckskin illegitimate son. No. Okay. Okay. All right. 1967. Somebody got married. It was a big wedding. There was a lot of women that cried today. They boo-hooed. Wish they were the woman getting married as Elvis tied the knot with Priscilla. Big day there at Graceland.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, all right. There's always been a joke that as the clock is getting closer to midnight, well, the standards go down. That's always been a joke in honky-tonks, but, well, somebody took an ink pen, wrote it down one day, and Mickey Gilley took it to number one. Don't the girls get prettier at closing time?
Yeah.
Let's take a moment. Do y'all happen to know that song?
No.
Do the girls get prettier?
I'm catching up. I
learning.
remember
Getting there.
Santana. Led Zeppelin.
Man alive. Starts out he wants a 9, but at closing time he wakes up with a number 1.
that
Scale.
sounds good, though.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. 1976. This old boy would be born, and everybody mocked him. They even still dress up him as a character at Halloween. Urkel. Anybody remember him?
Did I do that?
Steve Urkel. Man, was that not a great show? It was Family Matters, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he wishes he did not have that character.
oh, he's made a mint.
But
off
he's
of it, though.
made a mint. That made
The
him
little
everything.
overalls,
Yeah.
Little straps.
What'd you say? What? Did I do that?
You would make a great one. This is probably, it made him a household name. It is my least favorite song that they ever did. I would much preferred I'd Lie to You for Your Love or Old Hippie or maybe some of these others. But today they took it number 1 across the board. People would learn who they were as Let Your Love Flow went number 1 by the Bellamy's. Redneck Girl, one of my favorites as well there. Do You Love As Good As You Look? The list goes on of hits that they had. 1982, who made it to the cover of TV Guide? Your big stuff there.
Well, Daisy Duke.
Yes, she did. Our Daisy Duke moment of the day. It was 1982 there. Man.
I could hear it and see it. Julia just threw something.
I'm telling y'all, there is a Facebook page called This Daisy Moment. And you too can relive that. Let's go back to also with 82, sticking with that year. It would be one of the longest songs that country music had seen in quite some time. You've got to remember, the average country song was 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Sometimes it would reach 3 minutes. Occasionally, this group would release a song that was 6 minutes long. It was almost like the hippie music that was playing down the hall from me at the time.
Like
they had
Alice's
12-minute songs over there.
Alice's Restaurant was a long one. I'm going to get you to listen to it one day.
Alice's Restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't think it compares to Alabama and mountain music as it came out today. Look over yonder there.
I do know that.
I'm going to climb that
Alabama
mountain.
was my first concert.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Man alive. It would be 1983 that these two would ride the highways of L.A. Most of you would love the show that would make a remake of a big movie theater show that would flop. It was awful.
Wasn't worth a flip.
There's no other way to word it. It was sickening what they'd done, of what America's thinking does today of taking two good, clean characters and turning it into, well, trash. And there's no other way to word it. But the original show would end today. As they would ride motorcycles and protect you, Chips came to an end. John and Ponch.
Loved it. Me and Ponch share a birthday.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't realize that. Y'all ever eat cake together?
No, he ain't invited me nowhere.
Hillary Scott, and it's that group that went and changed their name. They once were an Antebellum, and now they're a Lady A, and, well, I can't listen to them. But here they are. She has a birthday today. Hillary Scott, born back in 86, the daughter of Linda Davis, if I remember correctly, of country music there. She's done a song or two with Reba. 1993, this old boy was huge. He was like the thing in country music. Now, he's got a bad boy side to him. He's got a lot of accusations of what he done and what he didn't do. But he did have a song or two that went number 1. Today, he would take Alibis all the way to number 1 with Tracy Lawrence. You may have got to see the concert when we brought him to town with Mark Chestnut and Joe Diffie back in the day at the Ag Center. Great guy, great music, and a lot of history there. In 08, this guy, and again, has so many ties to the Meridian areas. We look to Marty Gamlin, who's really responsible for this guy becoming a household name. I would meet him when he was nobody, when Marty would bring him to town, and I can still see him sitting on the steps there. And he had it on a cassette, and he goes, play this, see if you like this. And he sat over there with his cowboy hat on the staircase, and we put it in, and it was just awesome. He would later come out with Blue Blooded Woman was his first song that made it to radio. It would make it to about 30 on the charts. And then Heroes Don't Cry, Heroes Never Die. Alan Jackson will become a household name and take this one to number 1 in 08 with Small Town Southern Man. Like that
he
fella.
was kind of a tall fella, too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he kind of towers over me. Kind of have to look up to him, too. But, man, if you want to have a hero to look up to, Alan Jackson is it. He's one of those that's untarnished, does the right thing, even when it hurts yourself. You got to stand up. That's that man. That's him. That's Alan. That's what he does. This one I know crosses outside of country music, but even I know this one. I've sat at a red light and heard it playing next to me.
And turned it up on your radio.
It's kind of cute. You have to agree with it. It even, if I remember, mentions Jackson, Mississippi.
You do?
It does there. Anybody remember that Uptown Funk?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard that. I don't know anybody country that's ever redone it, but it's catchy. You got to give credit where credit's due. And then this is Odie's all-time favorite show. We had to put this in. Which character do you like better?
None of them, but my grandson had me watching this.
SpongeBob made his debut back in 1999.
I guess I liked the squirrel because she was the diver.
Yeah, she was. And what's the guy there with the big knot on his head?
Patrick?
Patrick.
That's not a knot.
Well,
he's a starfish.
That's you know so much more than I do.
Y'all just can't make this stuff up.
This ranks in probably as one of my top 10 favorite movies. If I had to compile a list, this movie was good, y'all. And if you've never watched it, go rent this, get it off your phone, however you do your movies, and watch it with Russell Crowe as Gladiator. That's
Y'all
good.
go rent this.
You can't rent it. Well, you can rent it off your TV now.
I guess you could, yeah.
Because it's it's that Amazon thing that you hit the button on.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to teach Odie things here.
Well,
if you had internet at home, you'd know this.
Well, I got all those programs, and I pay for Amazon, so I don't have to rent nothing.
Oh, you just hit it there?
Yeah.
We got it.
And if I do hit the button, and I may have paid for some things that I just didn't know I was paying for.
Because you were hitting the button.
Probably.
It happens. Hey, we got a song for you coming up next. Y'all don't rush off.
We know you care. But if this is all too real for you and your loved ones, make the call. Because we care too. Home instead. To us, it's personal.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler or a 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles? A GMC Denali or a 2024 Silverado 2500? Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low mileage cars and trucks.
The low profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Well, one thing that we know is these folks right here are going to help you when it comes to getting that home. Snowden and Company. If you haven't met with Amanda, I want you to talk with her. She's going to bend over backwards, her and her staff. They're located right here in North Hills in the Meridian area. And if you're looking for a home, they can put you in at no time flat. Visit them online. You can find it very easily there, snowdenandcompany.com. Visit them. Walk through this. They've got all their houses that are up for sale there. Take a virtual look, and then you go look at it in person. Find exactly what you want. Maybe you're selling. Whatever the case is, they do it in so many different homes to choose from. Any size, any style that you're looking for, from Lauderdale, Kemper, Newton, even over into, well, the Flowood area in Jackson. They've got homes in there, Odie. It's so easy to do. Give them a call today. You can find them right here. Let me show you that number again. There, you can reach them at 453-3937. Whatever that home needs are, they've got it. They'll be closed on Saturday, appointment only, and then closed down on Sunday altogether.
That's an expensive house.
It's a beautiful house, isn't it?
Yes, but I mean, look at that hottie toddy out in the front yard. Man.
Made the value
That
go
is
up,
beautiful. Yes, it is.
You know, I read an article this morning about Ole Miss. And it was a guy that goes to school there, and he goes, I think he was a teacher, and he goes, I'm still confused. He goes, I have no idea what our mascot is. Everybody in Oxford is confused.
Yeah, we
am
just
I
go with the
sharp?
flow. Yeah, yeah.
What am
no,
I?
Every Ole Miss fan, a true fan, we are still Colonel Rails.
I asked this, though. At
Somebody's
Ole Miss,
man bun got put on too tight, and they had to go with a chart.
what do they sell at their school? What is on the shirts now? What is, because it's not the Colonel Red's
I think
gone.
it's just a
My nephew was the first black bear.
They're still on the
My nephew
shirt.
was the first black bear
yeah.
mascot. Yeah, I mean he was there for a scholarship. You know, it wasn't his fault.
So he had to.
It was rough. It was rough.
The shark, that thing that was
The land sharks.
it was so uncool. I mean, they didn't really realize how that looked on the football field doing that thing on their head. I'm like, man, I wouldn't do that. Stop it.
That was their defense.
But they really should get back together and come up with something to settle this debate and fix it.
I said
And
we just
stick
go
with
back
it.
to Colonel Rail, be done with it.
Never happened there. Those days are gone.
No,
there.
it won't. You're right. Bob
did-
said hotty toddy.
We hotty toddy. It's that will never go away.
He said any Bob is a good Bob. And he spells his name backwards.
There you go. Well, there it is. All right, y'all promised us a song as we get ready for the Jimmy Rogers Festival. Elena, what are you going to sing for us?
I'm going to sing Frankie and Johnny. This is a song that Mae West would get arrested for singing in New
It
York.
is.
Yes, it was very controversial.
It was sexual at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Cost her $500 to get out of jail for
And
singing
she
this.
said it was worth every penny because it made her a whole lot of money.
Oh, yeah. She got famous off of that.
Yes.
All right, well, let's hear it.
All right. Frankie and Johnny were sweethearts. Lordy, how they did love. Swore to be true to each other. True as the stars above. He was her man. He wouldn't do her wrong. Frankie went down to the corner just for a bucket of beer. She said, Mr. Bartender, has my love and Johnny been here? He is my man. He wouldn't do me wrong. I don't want to cause you no trouble. I don't want to tell you no lies. But I saw your love about an hour ago with a girl named Nellie Bly. He is your man, but he's doing you wrong. Frankie looked over the transom. She saw to her surprise, there on the cot sat Johnny, making love to Nellie Bly. He was her man. He was doing her wrong. Frankie drew back her kimono and took out a little 44. Root toot toot, 3 times she shot right through that hardwood door. She shot her man, 'cause he was doing her wrong. Bring out 1,000 policemen, bring them around today to lock them down in that dungeon cell and throw the key away. She shot her man. He was doing her wrong. Frankie said to the warden, what are they gonna do? The warden said to Frankie, it's electric chair for you, 'cause you shot your man. He was doing you wrong. This story has no moral. This story has no end. This story just goes to show you that there ain't no good in men. She shot her man, 'cause he done her wrong.
Elena and Dan cutting up for the Jimmy Rogers Festival that's coming up May 12th through
The 19th.
Make sure to Come on out for all of these events. It's going to be fun.
Friday night sold out, but you can come out Saturday for Trey Lewis. And then Sunday, last year I came sad and left happy. It's the New Orleans Gospel Brunch. We're going to have the house band for the New Orleans House of Blues. It's major.
So y'all check all this out. It's coming up with the Jimmy Rogers Festival. Coming up, we're going to be awarding a coffee mug. And also, as I promised, we need to go over a few things that have been taken in Lauderdale County and also Clark County. Lock some things up. We're going to tell you next why you should.
Call Trey Long with Long Cleaning Solutions. 601-934-9427. Step into the spotless world of Long Cleaning Solutions. Feel the power of our one-of-a-kind solution perfected by Trey Long. Don't delay. Get results today. Call Trey Long at Long Cleaning Solutions. 601-934-9427.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And as we mentioned, let me get to my phone here. We're going to start out at Clark County. Again, we've had a couple of four-wheelers, several four-wheelers that have been stolen throughout the area. We go to Clark County. I spoke with Sheriff Anthony just a little bit ago, Anthony Chancellor, as we were looking at this, and I'll post this in a minute with more details on it. On County Road 514 in Clark County, a Honda four-wheeler Rancher 420, this camouflage, was stolen. It was last seen on the 29th around 11 p.m. A white male traveling to West Lauderdale County on Clark County Road, Shannon Road, is when it was last seen. We'll put all the details on that coming up. Now, Lauderdale County, as that was stolen, I spoke with Chief, let me back up. Sheriff Ward Calhoun. Boy, that's tough to quit after 30 years.
Yeah.
Here's a falling theft that we have in Lauderdale County that has taken place since Monday night. On Monday, April the 29th, in the 100 block of Harper Road on around 11 p.m., a Honda 500, green in color, was stolen. On Tuesday, April the 30th, in the 1000 block of B Knight Road at 3 a.m., two 2020 Honda Rancher 420s. One was red in color, the second was green. We have pictures of that. Was stolen. In the 3500 block of Highway 19 South at 6:30 p.m., get this, Odie, 7 weed eaters and 7 backpack blowers were stolen. Now, as you can tell, that's a lot. That's how somebody makes their living.
Somebody got up the next day to go make money for their family and couldn't.
That's right. Those are the thefts that we have. So if you see, and this, if you'll look at these addresses I'm giving, is mostly in Lauderdale County in the eastern side, southeast area. Be cautious, lock everything up, whether it's at night, during the day. These thieves don't mind. They will take it at any time.
Y'all know how much a weed eater costs?
Yeah.
And if somebody comes up with a good weed eater for cheap.
Yeah. A steel is going to sell anywhere for $350 to $400 brand new, if not more, depending upon the size you get.
And if you're getting it for $100,
something ain't right.
Something ain't right. And y'all know that. What if it was yours? What if somebody stole yours? Sell it for some crack money. Man.
So we'll get all of this loaded here in just a few moments to let you know where it was, so you, in case you see something, a four-wheeler.
And James says a lot of this is going to go to Alabama. It's not going to be around here. You're right. It's going to go probably to Alabama. We have an awful lot of Alabama people who watch this show. So if somebody comes up and wants to sell that wood eater for $100, it's not right. Something's wrong.
Carl says install cameras around your home so you can at least get some pics there.
Y'all, 5 years ago, a camera system was going to cost you an arm. 10 years ago, it was going to cost you an arm and a leg and a couple of fingers. Today, it is not that expensive to get cameras for your home, all around your home.
And speak to one of our sponsors. We've got CUI. They have cameras that will fix up your home, your office, your business, and help you out. They're great folks. They're there right off North Hill Street. Drop in, talk to them today.
And I've worked with CUI on a bunch of things, and their camera systems are top notch. They can connect it to your phone. They record all this stuff, have everything right there. You can't go wrong, and it's time. It's sad, but it's time to get cameras.
It is. Odie, we need to do some birthdays, don't we? We're kind of behind on our list of people that's had them there.
Yeah, we've got a list today. Chris Clark's got a birthday. Arlene Tew, big long-time listener. Thank you, ma'am. 64 years young today. Krista Asher, 28 years old. Michael Parks got a birthday. Haley Lee's turned 28. Waylon, and I don't know because they just said grandson Waylon Carzales, and I'll probably butchered that, I'm sure, having a birthday today. Lisa Walter, 61 today. Caden Gordon, 6 years old. Jordan Gully, 21. And Kim and Ken Garrett celebrating 37 years together. Happy anniversary. Happy birthday to each and every one of y'all celebrating today. And we're going to hit this button and we're going to see what we got. Caden Gordon, 6 years young today. We're going to start him off right with a coffee mug. That stuff put hair on your chest. And get you a Hyundai of Meridian Scotty Ray Report. Waylon is 5 today, okay?
All right, we're getting closer on that. As Odie gets our
Oh, nope. Caden is 6, the winner of the coffee cup. Waylon is 5 today.
Got you there. All right.
So
Odie is going to get our Bible verse ready to get. And I want to mention this. This happened yesterday. The Rib Shack. As I was chasing the fire truck, they went to the Rib Shack there. They put the fire out. A little bit of a damage back there where they do the cooking there. Thank goodness, nothing else. Big thank you to the Meridian Fire Department for all they done of taking care of that, and they put it out quick. Thank y'all so much.
And prayers, and we haven't got a name released, so we don't want to push out too much information. But people's asked the last couple of days about Druid Lake, where we did find an older male. Nothing, no
drowned, most likely.
Drowned,
or to some degree.
Yeah, no foul play, anything like that. But no information has been released, so we're not going to release anything on top of that. But it's just one of those things that we need to pray for the family and keep him in our thoughts and prayers.
And also, we have not gotten a name yet from the Sheriff's Department of the person who was struck by the train this week either. I hadn't gotten an official release on that yet either. So as soon as we get both of these, we'll get that information out to you.
Yeah, we'll push that out. But until then, Amos 5, verse 24 tells us, "But let justice roll on like a river, righteousness like a never-failing stream." Woo! I tell you what, God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. Bring him into your life and have his blood cover you, protect you, and shield you from the evil that's out there. We want to thank you for being here this morning with us on Hump Day. We'll be back in about 23 hours to start your Thursday. Until then, remember, we love you. Have a great day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.